Hey everybody, welcome to What the Flick. Matt Atchity, Alonso Duralde. Tomorrow is Tuesday, January 9th, and that means there will be lots of new home entertainment opportunities, whether they're streaming or physical media. What's your pick this week?
For DVD, I think it's already streaming, but I would go with It. The horror movie from this summer. I'm sorry, this fall. This was the first theatrical version of the Stephen King book. We'd previously seen, what, a two-part miniseries,
Something
I think
like
it was,
that, yeah.
with Tim Curry. This one, man, this movie scared the hell out of me. I really liked this one. I know that there were some people complaining about it. I totally dug this. Look, like it's a little bit, after you get Stranger Things, it's a little of like, okay, we've gotten some of this before, but it's no less effective. I think it really worked. I think that we're gonna get a sequel because one of the things this movie does is it stays kind of in the time period when the characters are kids, as opposed to what the book does, where you get it later in their lives.
There's two halves of the story. We haven't gotten there yet.
Right, and I think that the plan is that we're gonna get a second half, which I'm okay with because I think this first one worked. So I liked this one a lot and I recommend it.
Cool. This is a new Blu-ray out from Kino Lorber. It's a film called Intermezzo. It was Ingrid Bergman's US debut. She had actually already starred in the Swedish version of this film, and when David Selznick brought her to Hollywood, he basically remade the movie around her. It was the first time that she'd worked in English. Co-stars Leslie Howard. He is a famous concert violinist. She's a piano instructor. They fall in love, but oops, he's married. And if you've never seen Leslie Howard except in Gone with the Wind, he's actually a more interesting actor. I mean, he's great in Gone with the Wind, but he has other colors in his paint box, let's say. And he and Ingrid Bergman have really great chemistry. And you know, she's real young and just getting started in Hollywood, but you could just already tell the camera was all over her, and really, you know, she's just electrifying from the jump. This is directed by Gregory Ratoff, who you are probably more familiar with as an actor. He played Broadway producer Max Fabian in the 1950 classic All About Eve, but he was also a filmmaker. So yeah, Intermezzo. If you've never seen it, it's a really cool. It's a 1939 movie, which you know many agree is sort of one of the great years of Hollywood. It's also the year that Gone with the Wind came out, but also you know Only Angels Have Wings and Goodbye Mr. Chips and The Wizard of Oz, and you know an crazy laundry list of classic movies. So yeah, I believe it's the first time on Blu-ray. Check it out.
Since this is our first DVD coverage of the month, right?
Yes.
Because we didn't do it last week. I want to go through a couple of lists of movies that are new to Netflix and Amazon Prime as of the beginning of the month.
Sure.
So some stuff you should check out if you haven't. So on Netflix, we'll go first. The Truman Show is now available. And then some standards or some classics. Apollo 13, Batman, and Batman Begins, and a bunch of other Batman, but those are only really the good.
89 Batman?
Yeah, 89 Batman and Batman Begins. Breakfast at Tiffany's.
All right.
Caddyshack on Netflix. All three Godfather movies. Like Water for Chocolate, which is a terrific movie. Directed, I think that's Alfonso Arau.
Yeah.
Who was the drug dealer in Romancing the Stone.
Oh right, yes, and he's also El Guapo in Three Amigos.
Love Actually, Marie Antoinette.
Oh wait, Love Actually comes to Netflix after Christmas?
Yep.
Thanks for nothing.
Right. Shawshank Redemption.
Okay.
Strictly Ballroom.
Oh, fun.
Right, that's a super fun one. And Wedding Crashers, if you gotta get your bro on. On Amazon Prime, a bunch of stuff also hitting. But I'm a Cheerleader.
Okay.
Capote. Reservoir Dogs, one of the bleakest movies I've ever seen, Revolutionary Road. That was the feel-bad movie of that
Not
year.
a fan, but okay.
Thelma and Louise and Zodiac. That's the list of what's available on Amazon.
Here's what's coming on Hulu this month, Hot Rod.
You know, I've never seen
Oh my God, Hot Rod is hilarious. And for me, better than Pop Star, but you know, your mileage may vary on that one.
I love Pop Star.
Well, this is weird. It's Punch Drunk Love, but it's saying September 20th, so I guess it's already been there. This is a weird article. Oh, here we go. Okay, sorry. This is a Cupcake Wars and Duck Dynasty. This is a long ass list, but it's mostly TV stuff. Can you tell we're doing this live? Sorry. Okay, this is all right. A whole lot of television is what's coming on Hulu. So it's a whole lot of television.
Okay. Also, this month, Star Trek returns. In fact, I'll be reviewing Star Trek, doing recaps. We're back to that, but Star Trek is back on CBS All Access for the second half of season 1.
And we will also be talking about American Crime Story, Johnny Versace. Which, we had a great time with People vs. O.J. Simpson, so I'm looking forward to that one. Sorry, I finally got down to the movie list. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure and Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey.
Excellent.
They've also got But I'm a Cheerleader and Capote. Oh God, Cool World. Cube, Down in the Delta, Grizzly Man, the 1990 Hamlet. I Spy, which Ben was just telling us he enjoyed. I never saw that one.
I saw that one. It's not.
Love Story, which Dave was just telling me he'd never seen. He needs to watch that one. Yeah, Punch Drunk Love, Reservoir Dogs, Saturday Night Fever, Secretary, 6 Degrees of Separation.
Secretary, that's a good movie. You want to see a really messed up movie. You've never seen Secretary, that's worth watching.
Spaceballs, the 1961 and 1998 versions of The Parent Trap.
Okay, should watch them both at the same time.
All 4 original Karate Kids, including the one with Hilary Swank. The Pom Pom Girls, Thelma and Louise, the original Total Recall, and also Zodiac. And then later in the month, The Devil's Double, about the guy who had to fill in for
for Hussein.
For Saddam Hussein.
Yeah.
And then coming on the 15th, Meek's Cutoff, which is really great. I brought that up when we were talking about Hostels.
Okay.
As far as sort of revisionist movies about the explorers. The woman who made Meek's Cutoff also did Wendy and Lucy, which is really great, and you should totally see it. Oh, and on the 22nd, Ingrid Goes West. On the 24th, Detroit. So yeah.
All right. So that's a lot of movies for those of you on the East Coast that don't dare leave the house because it is freezing.
Stay dry and warm.
As long
and
as your
cozy,
power's
you
still
guys.
working, there's a bunch of stuff to stay home and watch.
Indeed.
So stay warm, watch some movies, tell us what you think.